So hi everyone, myself Nishan, and today me and my teammates, which is Ashu, Pratham, are going to present you our platform known as BlockJunction. So rather than discussing what is BlockJunction, first we have to analyze why we need BlockJunction. As you can see, in today's DEX platform, the liquidity is fragmented. As you can see, for different blockchains like ETH, Solana, you get different sets of liquidity pools. There is a high fees and block adoption. Like Ethereum L1 gas fees is around $50 to $100 per swap. You can imagine if a person is doing a transaction for $100, his 50% of the transaction cost is being used as a gas fees. Current Bridges uses wrap tokens, and the current DEX platform rely on Bridges and wrap tokens, which acts as a pivotal point for hacking, and they lose trust, and that's why the general traders lose trust in this DEX platform. Let's jump on the impact on the market. So you can see there's a user trust loss, like active DeFi wallets fell from $6.6 million to $4.4 million, which is huge. There's also the gas cost barrier. You can see the ETH has peaked to $50 per swap. Unpredictable. These fees can have a high arbitrage, which lead to a huge slippage. Hidden costs. Slippage and fragmented liquidity eat into user returns, as I have discussed, and liquidity drain too. High cost push liquidity providers out of low profit pools, worsening slippage and debt. Revenue compression. Even with what growth I have provided you, like DeFi protocols, revenue still not having growth as a good rate. Let's jump into looking what is their existing place present in the market. Yes, they are present, but they lack this crucial point, like they rely on bridges and wrap tokens, which I have discussed. They rely on custodian multi-sig wallets that have been hacked for $2 billion. They rely on year-to roll-ups, lower ETH gas fees, but fragmented liquidity, further forcing users to build asset in and out with addition fees and delays. Cross-chain DEX. They are still dependent on liquidity pools per chain, and also aggregated DEXs like 1inch and Paraswap aggregate routes within the chain, but don't identify liquidity across chains. Like from Ethereum blockchains, they have liquidity, but for Ethereum to Solana swap, like I'm swapping blockchain cryptocurrency from Ethereum to Solana, they lack their liquidity pool. How BlockJunction solve this problem? So I've discussed what BlockJunction, it is a liquidity aggregator that connect major blockchains like Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, and Arbitrum, etc. It is low cost execution and uses chain key cryptography, which is a major advantage of ICP blockchain. What problem is solve liquidity fragment? I've discussed what cutting transaction cost. Basically, if we do swap on our platform, the transaction cost is reduced by 90% without using wrap tokens or bit risk. I have discussed there are 3 features which I have discussed. Let's jump one by one. So how it is solves liquidity problem? So our platform is using liquidity aggregation, means rather than scattering liquidity pools to different blockchains, we have created a single liquidity pool for multiple blockchains. As you can see, splitting $10 million liquidity of price change, it behaves as a unified $50 million pool. Deeper order books and better pricing. On smaller chain, trade office loses 5 to 10% slippage due to thin liquidity. By merging pools, we have achieved a good less near zero slippage. As you can see, swapping $100 USD in Solana give you near zero slippage. Efficient unified market access instead of juggling multiple signature wallets. Basically, if you juggle between Pansky, Uniswap, Sushi Swap for best rate, rather than that, we have created a platform which will give you a better rate. How BlockJunction to solve this low cost execution problem? We have optimized our routing with using AML techniques. Like we have stacked multiple hops that rather than most DEX platform stack multiple hops to increase gas fees. While we BlockJunction, we have routed you the best path so that you get the best swap rate. For example, 1000 USDC, if you swap with ETH on Uniswap, that costs you $20. but it may be reduced to less than $5 with optimized routing. We are talking about the cost, the transaction cost, not the swap rate. So now leverage low change fee without sacrificing liquidity. So the main advantage of low cost execution is to maintain a balance of liquidity on our platform. So batching comparison transaction, instead of doing one swap, one transaction per swap, we create a batches of transaction which contains multiple swap. Like typically three transaction blockchain, typical platform take 3 transaction, blockchain compresses it into one execution, lowering cost up to 70%. How it is achieved? Free cost chain swap. So unified liquidity layer across chain intense. So we have discussed, instead of forcing users to lock asynchronous bridge contract, BlockJunction connects liquidity pools across chain. Relayer per messaging protocol, no asset locking, rather than locking assets of user to our platform, which create a pivotal point for hacking. We provide users with their original tokens in their wallets, and also does not involve any bridge to process the transaction. Here we have discussed traditional brain wrap tokens, which lose security over time and confuse user. BlockJunction executes swaps natively. If a swap was sold, you get native sold, or not a synthetic version. So let's start about a business model. So currently we are charging a transaction fee per transaction, like charging 0.05% to 0.2% for on an average $200 transaction, which can generate a revenue of approx to $20,000 or 15,000 up to $50,000 too. So let's talk about another key factor like payment analytics and API access. So we can provide API access to the DeFi index protocols, and also payment analytics to these DEX protocols, and API access to our enterprises, which can generate $500,000 per month for many enterprises and clients. Also, we can make partnership with DEX and DeFi protocols, contributing 15-20% total revenue. We also provide incentives for liquidity providers, like we can provide ICP tokens for the users who providing trading volume to our liquidity pool. Currently I'm distributing 5,000 ICP tokens per month. We can distribute that too. It will be used for early adopters. This is important because early adopter can receive up to 2 times of rewards for the first 3 months, and also this would encourage user retention for our platform. Staking benefits, stake ICP unlocks governance sites, and also tied reward multipliers. Let's talk about traction and growth. So currently we have registered 10,000 users for our platform, growing at a 15% month-over-month rate. Actively 5,000 users are actively participating in our platform, whether it's using API access or analytics or swapping tokens. So it can present 50% user attention to 20,000 daily visitors in form of performing swaps and taking liquid pools, 10,000 plus transaction daily are performing on our platform, which reduces also not only this, also 99% uptime and 500 millisecond latency too. Also the average monthly fee, you can assume that for each user can save up to $75 when when calculating the total amount which our with the users on our platform could save. It can cost up to $75,000 per month, which is huge. So you can see why there's so much users onboarding our platform. Currently we have supported 6 blockchain and process of integrating 8 DEX platform too. Let's talk about future roadmap. So we have a plan to integrate native ICP wallet in our platform till 2026, which have projected so that 50,000 users will start using this wallet, as there is a friction between third-party wallet providers to store and sell their assets. Also, we have planned to integrate a DEX platform so that we can provide real-time trading with limit orders and liquidity pools. Also, we have a plan to provide API access to enterprises and financial institutions so that we can generate a revenue stream from this part too. Expansion to 50 plus blockchain. So we are currently limited to Ethereum and layer 2 blockchain, but over time we have planned to increase our size to more than 50 plus blockchains, so that more liquidity will be added to different blockchains. We also gamify rewards program, so that the users who are currently more participating in our platform will provide incentives to them, so that more users will onboard our platform. Thank you.